Every morning the sun rises, not with pride, not for applause. It rises because that's what it does. That's its nature. And in that simple, unwavering act lies the essence of Stoicism. The sun doesn't seek permission. It doesn't worry about praise. It doesn't ask whether the world is ready. It simply shines. Even when clouds cover it, even when the world below is caught in storms, it's still there, steady, constant, true. In many ways, the Stoics looked to nature for wisdom. To them, the universe wasn't random chaos. It was order, logos, rational, structured, meaningful. And the sun, with its unwavering commitment to rise, to give light, to warm the earth, it became a symbol of that order. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, often reminded himself to align with nature, not just the trees, the wind, or the animals, but his own human nature. And what is human nature, he believed, if not to act with reason, with virtue, with purpose? In his meditations, he wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. The sun rises, so should you. Not out of motivation, not for reward, but out of duty, to yourself, to your nature. Just like the sun, you don't need to announce your worth. You don't need to demand attention. Your presence, your consistency, your quiet strength, that's enough. In Stoicism, virtue is the only true good. Fame, pleasure, fortune, those are external. You can't control them. But your character, your decisions, that's yours. And what better mirror of that than the sun? It does not control the clouds or the winds or whether someone stands in the shade. But it still shines. It still fulfills its role. Just like you can't control how people see you, what others say, or what life throws at you. But you can control how you respond. You can control how you show up, day after day, like the sun. Seneca, another great Stoic, believed in living in accordance with nature. That meant understanding life's seasons, the rhythms, the inevitability of change, of loss, of time passing. The sun teaches us that. It rises, it sets, it gives, and then it rests. There's no permanence in its place in the sky, but there is rhythm, there is trust, there is beauty in its cycle. Stoicism isn't about being emotionless. It's about understanding which emotions serve us and which only cloud our minds. It's not about being cold. It's about being clear. And what could be clearer than sunlight? When you feel lost, uncertain, overwhelmed, remember the sun. It does not rush. It does not panic. It simply returns, always. And in that return, there is hope. There is clarity. The Stoics would say, focus only on what's within your control. Can you control how bright the sun is today? No. Can you control whether it's raining? No. But you can control how you react to it. You can choose whether to complain or to adapt, whether to curse the storm or to dance in the rain. And in the same way, when life feels unfair, when people hurt you, when the world feels cold, ask yourself, what is within my control? Maybe it's your breath. Maybe it's your next thought. Maybe it's choosing to be kind even when it's hard. Like the sun, you don't need to change the world in a moment. But your warmth, your light, your presence, it makes a difference. One day at a time. Epictetus, once a slave who became one of the greatest Stoic teachers, taught that we must not seek to control the wind, only to adjust our sails. He believed that the greatest power lies not in wealth or status, but in how we carry ourselves through life. You don't need to be loud. You don't need to be seen. You just need to be steady. Because strength isn't always fire. Sometimes it's sunlight. Gentle, quiet, unstoppable. So, what can we learn from the sun through the lens of Stoicism? We learn consistency. We learn patience. We learn to rise even when we don't feel like it. We learn that our value isn't in being noticed, but in being dependable. No one thanks the sun every morning. But without it, life doesn't grow. Maybe your efforts aren't always seen. Maybe your kindness, your work, your resilience. Maybe it goes unnoticed. But that doesn't make it less valuable. Keep showing up. Keep shining. And remember this, just like the sun, you don't need to be perfect. Some days will be cloudy. Some days you'll feel distant. But even then, your presence matters. Your light is still there, waiting to break through. So tomorrow, when you wake up, think of the sun. And remind yourself, I will rise, I will shine. Not for approval, not for applause, but because that is who I am. A Stoic, a light in a chaotic world, a quiet flame, steady, calm, strong.